Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Friday, the 25th of June, comes to you from London. And we look at currencies, then stock markets, commodities, and last of all, precious metals and energy. And we're seeing here that the dollar it has continued its recovery. This week it's had a little bit of a pullback from a very strong week last week, but it looks like we're making a transition. So dollar strength still the theme, holding on to those gains mostly, so that's quite key. This is my weekly, my daily, and my 60-minute chart, long-term, medium-term, and short-term view of the market with corresponding point and figure targets. The euro is just struggling below that 120 level as a result. We're seeing sterling sitting at 139.05, can't break that 140 level convincingly. We were as high as 142.50 at one stage, and against the euro we've pulled back as well, so sterling just having a weaker end to the week. Bitcoin sitting at $34,000, back into short-term bullish territory, off the bottom here. The key thing is, will it run again? The target of 107 $107,000 is still in train. Looking at the S&P 500 index, that was up 0.5% last night, and we're seeing the futures up slightly this morning, so that's looking strong as well. And the VIX volatility is pretty low now at 16, a relatively low level versus what we've seen in the last several months. The FTSE future is flat this morning. The DAX in Germany is slightly down, so markets generally pretty flat. In Tokyo, we were up 0.8%, so looking a bit stronger there, and the same with the Hang Seng. So Asia generally stronger, at 1.4% in Hong Kong, and at 1.15% in China. Still bullish on all three time frames there. The Sensex in India is up 0.3%, and the Aussie market hasn't had a great week. We see here the bearish candle, but it is holding the high that it broke, and still looking pretty bullish and recovering there. Looking at soft commodities, we've got sugar, little changed. Wheat is up 0.6% and corn up 0.69%. Again, we see the week here. It's actually looking okay and holding those bull trends. Gold sitting at 1782, has been in the doldrums this week, very flat after big falls last week on that stronger dollar, but finding support on the cloud, still looking pretty bullish long term. And the same with silver, kicking up here, the 26 mark. This $30 level is the key for silver, one to watch. Platinum up 1%, starting to trend higher, having fallen away, finding support. The key thing here will be, can we hold the lows? And the same here on the palladium chart. We fell right away, 10% in a day last week, and we're edging our way back. We've recovered more than half of that 10% fall. US 10-year yield sitting at 1.49%, very flat. A lot of volatility in the last week or so with the Fed, but we are just sitting at this 150 mark. The 3.27% target still very much in train. And if you look at bond yields, much the same picture there, the 30-year yield. German Bund, whilst we're above 170, the German bond looks still in that bull trend. Looking at the energy mix now, we've got Brent Crude, that 96.41 target being the real feature this week, edging higher all the time. 75 really being held here with upside targets. Not rising dramatically, but we do have that target much higher. WTI much the same, and if we look at US nat gas, 3.43%, really starting to edge much higher, so gas prices in the US starting to move. Looking at emissions, we're up 0.87% this morning, not yet making new highs, but looking bullish all the same. And the UK future now in bullish territory for the first time since its launch last month, hitting that 47 target, so that's quite key. And we'll have to watch for new targets there. Keep an eye on the 1 minute charts. Gas prices relatively sedate this morning. We've got NBP no change, but still looking very bullish on the chart. TTF again looking very bullish, pushing higher. Looking at German power, breaking that €70 mark for the first time in over a decade, looking very strong indeed. Good upside targets. Keep an eye on those 1 minute charts. And if we look at Nordic Power, up 2% on the Cal and 4% on the quarterly chart. So looking strong there as well, breaking to new highs. So all in all, the energy much pushing higher. That's it for today. Have a great weekend. Until Monday, happy charting. See you then.